Thank you for your subscription and welcome to the Core and Breath practice. I am Teresa Gagnon, your yoga guide, and I really wanted to express the importance of being you and only you and loving yourself as is. Recently, I've been really playfully eating a lot and feeling the voluptuousness of my body, and that brings me to the attention of some of my colleagues that talk about them being voluptuous or them being skinny. So the pendulum swings both ways. So let's do this first of all. Let's everybody come to take a seat for a moment and make sure you have all of your yoga stuff with you. And hopefully you've watched the video to see what you need and how to make your own stuff for your practice. So you have a strap, blocks, blanket, bolster, and your great attitude. So going back to the conversation, core and breath is about really owning yourself as is, whether you're voluptuous, yes, or whether you're immensely skinny. It seems like they're both criticized, and I don't see why. We all come in different shapes and forms and sizes and abilities and possibilities. So let us just celebrate. This practice is about yoga for recovery of not only the physical body, but the mind, the insightfulness, the psychology of it. So whether you're a person that feels that you're criticized for what you look like, then remember, just let that go. Feel good. It's about feeling good and being in your own body and loving yourself and knowing when you truly are not taking care of yourself. Okay, so this is a core and breath practice of getting to know yourself more. So from your fingers and your toes, there is a web of fascia that's connected to your tongue. And when you draw upon your muscles and you take all the muscle energy into the very core of your abdomen, your belly area, your heart, your solar plexus, it's like the imploding sun, and then you can expand that energy out. And that's what this core and breath practice is about. Really breathing into the fullness of your lungs, getting into the diaphragm, and moving your body. So I would love to begin in tabletop. So let's do this. Mindfully meditating in our tabletop through cat-cow. Okay? So if you need a blanket for your knees, I happen to have a double mat. I spoil myself. Why not? It's me, it's my body, it's my world. So if you have the ability to have double mat, please do. Especially, a B mat, not to promote them. They don't want to be my associate yet. So anyways, B mats are awesome. So in your tabletop, close your eyes and start to mindfully just move your body the way you want to move it. Keeping your elbows straight though, if you can, and just let it be more of a spinal movement. So are you moving your head? Are you moving the middle back? Are you moving the lower back, your coccyx, your tailbone? Can you feel the wave of your belly energy? Can you feel the drawing in of the belly and the releasing of the belly? So feeling it through your shoulders. So you're literally closing your eyes and dancing your dance like a serpent. Feel the breath moving in and out of your body. Literally close your eyes if you can. Keep your toes curled under. Your knees are rooted down. And feel sideways bending, up and down like a serpent. You decide what you need to do to make yourself feel awesome. Movement and meditation. Meditation, prayer in motion is what this is. So breathe that breath, close your eyes, and get to feel your body, how amazing it is. Love it. Move your neck around. We get so stuck in certain forms and shapes, and they become forms and shapes that are habitual. And in those habitual forms and shapes, we end up injuring our anatomy by being stuck in those positions. So move your body. Oh yeah, get right in there. Good. And then on your next in-breath, I think I went a little too far on my lower back. I was like, oh wow. And that's another thing to watch out, that you're not pushing too far. Start to still yourself in tabletop. Press your hands into the mat. If you need to come off your wrist for a second and give them a little shake, please do so. But once you land your hands down, knit the belly button in. Extend through the crown of the head so you look straight down at the mat between your thumbs. That's the gaze. Then hover your knees up off the mat, about 2 or 3 or 4 inches for 5. Knit the belly button in for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, and lower the knees down. Good. Now extend the right leg straight back, toes mounted into the mat,
dorsiflex, knit the belly, extend through the crown of the head, and hover the left knee off the mat for 5. For 4, this is strengthening your upper arms and your back. For 3, for 2, and lower the left knee down, lower the right knee, extend the left leg, find your Tadasana shape. This is like a mountain shape. Tone that belly button in, and then hover your right knee off the mat for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then lower that knee to the mat. Come off your wrists by plantar flexing your feet and rotate your wrists. Fantastic. Just take a moment to do that. So you're rotating, literally rotating your wrists, because we're going to go back into that, but this time on your forearms. So come into your tabletop, then land your forearms down so your elbows are underneath your shoulders, and knit the belly button in. So lift your belly button up and in, and then reassess your forearms so they're as tightly lined up, and I don't want to use the word tight, but right underneath your shoulders. You can see the bird's eye view for that one. And then from there, keep your elbows engaging inward towards each other. Lift the belly button up, extend through the crown of the head so you literally look between your thumbs. Knees are underneath your hips. And we're going to extend the right leg straight back. Actually, no, we're going to keep the knees bent and then hover the knees up off the mat for 10, 9, keep the belly button in, 8, 7, 6. You do you. If you need to take your knees down, please do so. Maybe you need to move your jaw around for 4 more, for 3, 2, and then lower the knees to the mat. Then extend the right leg straight back through the balls of the foot and hover the left knee up off the mat for 10. We're doing 10, sorry, 9. Oh boy, it's one of those days. Keep your elbows hugging in. Keep your neck nice and long so you're looking down between your forearms so your neck stays neutral. For another 3, 2, and then lower the left knee, lower the right knee so you're in that tabletop position. Then extend the left leg and hover the right knee for 10, for 9. Keep the claw of your index fingers and thumbs. Keep your breath moving in and out. Keep that belly button tucked in, up and in so you're not dipping your lower back. For another 4, 3, 2, and then lower the right knee and the left knee. Take a moment. And then this is where you extend both limbs back, both legs back, knit the belly button in, and we're going to hold this for 10 as you lift your heart towards your forearms and look towards your thumbs for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower the knees and come up off your forearms, and there you go. So just take a moment just to splay your arms around, move them around, yawn them around. Anything you do in between my guidances, please get to know yourself organically. Awesome. So now on the next one, this is where it's going to get a little trickier. You're going to lay down on your mat. So take the legs out in front of you, okay? And then hold the front of your knees, sit up nice and tall, and then start to scoop your tailbone and round yourself down onto the floor until you touch down with the shoulder blades and the head. And then extend your legs straight out, okay? Like straight out. Plug your heels into the mat, squeeze your legs together, tuck your arms directly underneath the thigh flesh. By drawing your shoulders together, you'll see that your arms can come closer together and they will scoop under butt and thigh flesh. Press into the back of your occipital, the back of your skull behind your eyeballs, and just find this mountain pose for a moment. So 2 things. You really want to focus on your breath, the exhalation, like a nasally Darth Vader Ujjayi breath, we call it. So you're breathing in and out through your nostrils the whole time we do this practice for this one, this shape. So what we're going to do is press the heels, contract the quads, root the hands, the shoulder blades, and the head, and lift the hips up while you Ujjayi breathe, keeping your feet dorsiflex. So I'm hovering up off the floor for 10. So go ahead and lift yourself up for 9. So you keep on lengthening your tailbone towards your heels as your legs are contracted for 8, 7. Keep the chest lifting up, keep the back of the skull down, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then lower the bum down. I know, that one's pretty intense. Bend your knees, and then release your arms out, hug your knees into your chest, circumvent your femur bones around in the hip sockets, and then we're going to flex the feet in dorsiflexion, bring the knees directly above your hips, tone the belly button in towards the back of the spine so you imprint your lower back into the floor with your quads right over your hips, feet dorsiflex, shins parallel to the floor. Slide your hands, palm of your hands to your quads, straighten your arms but tuck your shoulder blades down, and you're going to resist your quads, like isometrically resist until you feel the tone of your belly for 10,
9, 8. It's up to you how much you put into it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then release. Lengthen your legs back out onto the mat. We're going to repeat these 2 3 times. Tuck your arms, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel the root, the back of the skull, the occipital. Pop that chest up. So get into this. You've got it. When you're ready, you're going to lengthen the tailbone towards your heels as you lift your hips. So your quads are contracted, your feet are dorsiflexed, your arms are tucked. You're counting 10, 9, 8. You're nice and tall. You got it. Your ujjayi breathing in and out through the sinuses. Keep that breath moving. Good. And then slowly lower your hips. Bend one knee, then the other knee. Splay your arms out. Bend your knees above your hips. Flex feet, shins parallel, hands to the quads, tone the belly, press the head down. Resist for 10, for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then release. Once again, extend your legs, tuck your arms underneath. You've got this. Last time, 3 times a term. And when you're ready, lengthen. So you're lengthening your tailbone towards your heels. This whole body is hovering up. Your arms are supporting and pressing down as you ujjayi breathe in and out through the sinuses, the nostrils, through the esophagus, the throat. Where are we? 10. Squeeze your legs together. Keep them from bending, your knees from bending. Really contract your quads for 4, 3, 2, and then lower the bum. Bend one knee, then the other knee. Splay your arms out. Adjust your knees above your hips. Dorsiflex your feet. Strong arms, head down. Resist. Feel your abdominals. Yeah, you've got it. Feel. Spread your toes. Spread your fingers. Feel the tone of the belly. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, and you've got it. Shazam. Good. This next one, I'd like to invite that you just open up your arms and just take a moment just to just shake out your legs. Yeah, just shake out your legs. Whoop, oops, sorry, singing bowl. And then from there, with your arms completely splayed out, palms could be down if you feel more secure there, or palms could be up, as long as your arms are secure below the shoulder, about 20 degrees, okay? So that the neck stays open. Here you're going to squeeze your feet and knees together, dorsiflex your feet, and lift your heels away from your bum. So you're going to lift your heels more at a 180 degree as opposed to a 90 degree. You're going to lift your bum up, swing your hips to the right, and exhale your knees to the left. So that's an exhale. Oh, yeah. Inhale your knees up to center. Realign those hips. Swing the hips to the left. Exhale your knees to the right. So this is going to be quite a hip kind of thing going on. So go slow with your breath at your own pace. That's an inhale to center and an exhale to the side. If you prefer to take a couple of breaths in your twist, please do so, and invite on the next in-breath, the 3rd or 4th in-breath, to bring your knees to center and exhale to the other side. And you decide how long of a twist and the breath practice you'd like to lead on that side. If you want to speed it up, not that we're rushing, this is not about rushing, it's about observation, use the 1 breath count. I'm liking the 1 breath count, so you do you. We're going to do that several more times on either side, and we'll end on the right side because we began on the left. Keep it going. Take your time. I understand. This is about you enjoying who you are, getting to know yourself, the breath in your body, the mindful movement, and exactly what you need is less is more. So remember that. This is about recovery. Can you get to know yourself more? Can you close your eyes while you do this? Feel it as you close your eyes. The more you could slow it down with breath, and you're only moving when the next breath is triggered or implemented. Yeah. I'm finishing up on my left side. This is going to be my last one. You decide. Whether you're already finished in your knees or in your chest, give your knees a hug to your chest when you're ready. Oh, yeah. And a couple little rumbles here, little movements through the legs, a little invite of some fun. And then let's land our feet firmly down on the ground, not as wide as your mat, but hip distance. So what I like to do is plant my feet together. Then I keep my heels touching, my ankles touching, or my heels, I should say, and I open my feet up like a duck, press into the big ball mounds of my big toes, and then lift my heels, and then I pivot on the ball mounds of my feet and bring my heels wide as the balls of my feet. So my feet are now hip distance apart, and you can see that in the bird's eye view. So from the hip distance apart of the feet, we're going to play in and out through bridge pose. Tuck your arms underneath your back to your best ability so your chest lifts, but the back of your skull, your occipital, is pressing into the floor. So you're going to have like a triple chin. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. So tuck your arms as closely together underneath, or as closely to underneath your butt flesh, so that you may find your middle fingers grazing your heels. That's an optimal position, by the way. Then from there, we're going to lengthen the tailbone towards the knees and lift the hips up. From here, to your best ability, you're going to see if you can squeeze your upper arms a little bit more snug together and lift your hips up even higher while you keep your occipital pressing down. Your triple chin is still happening, but keep your chin out of your sternum. Lengthen your tailbone towards your knees, and we're going to hold this for 20. So grip the mat with your index fingers and thumbs, lift and spread your toes, and think about isometrically working your hands as if you're pressing the mat away from the midline. Like you want to pull the mat apart with your hands, and then lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, and think about isometrically dragging your heels towards your shoulders for another, what did I say, 20 we're holding this for? So we're going to go another 10. Keep the breath. The Ujjayi breath is a good one. In and out through the sinuses for another 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and then splay your shoulder blades out, arms out, and lower your spine down one vertebra at a time. And just take a moment maybe to cup your knees into your chest, hold onto your knees individually. Do what feels good with your legs while you're laying down. And then we're going to continue that one again. So remember, feet hip distance apart. So I like to bring my feet together, keep my heels together, open up my feet like a duck, press into the balls of my feet, lift my heels, line them up with the balls of my feet. You got it. Middle finger grazes the back of the heel. So I lift my chest, press into my occipital. Palms are down, grab the floor with your index finger and thumb, just like we do in downward dog or any of those positions using your hands, and lengthen your tailbone towards your knees. So you're literally lengthening your tail towards your knees, so that automatically opens up your pelvis in extension. And to your best ability, you're going to tuck your shoulder blades in. You're going to hold this, but not your breath. And we're going to invite, yes, the left knee in towards the chest and straight up for 5. For 4, so your inner thighs are working. For 3, for 2, keep the chest up. And then bend that left knee, foot down onto the floor, lengthen your tailbone. You need to take a break, reassess. And when you're ready, you're going to pick up that right knee into the chest, then extend the right leg as much as you can. So it might be a bent knee for you, but lift your hips, engage your shoulder blades, keep your back of the skull down, chin out of your chest for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and then release the right foot. Splay your arms out, lower your sacrum down. Hug your knees into your chest. A little windshield wipe, a little playfulness. There you have it. And then the next thing, yes, a big breath in and a letting go breath out. Cross your ankles, hold your knees, or if you have the flexibility to hold the outer edges of your flexed feet, knees, you choose, excuse me, or your inner knee creases, or your outer knees. Tuck your head up in towards the sternum. The notch of your throat goes in, or the chin goes in towards the notch of your throat. You're going to begin to tuck in like a little seed and vertically roll. So momentum gets us started, but you want to use more core strength. So think inhale, shoulder blades, exhale, sacrum. Inhale, shoulder blades, exhale, sacrum. So that's what you want to do. Inhale, shoulder blades, exhale, sacrum. Do that several more times to your best ability. No matter where you are in this, it is a practice. And then come all the way up to your seat. Good job. Find your yoga bolster if you have one. I hope you do. And then sit on your bum. Take a moment to cross your legs. So my throat's getting a little froggy right now. Excuse me for that. Take your hands to your belly flesh. To your belly flesh. Feel it. It's okay. Love it. Love it. Skinny, voluptuous, whatever. Stretch marks, you name it. Love the belly. Love the belly. It's your personal power. Love it. Okay, once you love your belly, smile and close your eyes. And then let us breathe as fully as we can into our lungs so we feel the belly pop out like a Santa Claus or a Buddha belly. And then when you're ready to exhale, cinch it and squeeze it and go, like you're squeezing out all that energy. And do that several more times. Roll the shoulders back, keep your chest bright. Keep the shoulders back. Close your eyes. Another one. Good. And then inhale, sweep your arms skyward. And then exhale your hands to your heart center. And do that again. Inhale your arms skyward like angel's wings. Exhale your hands to your heart center. One more time. Inhale brightly and exhale. From my light to your light. Take a moment just to close your eyes. Remember who you are. A lot of us think we're everything outside of ourselves, the characters that we play for everybody. But who you really are in essence is pure light vibration and love. I am currently working on really letting go of all that egotistical, pity party, self-judgment, and really learn to love myself and let my gifts shine. I invite you to do the same, to remember that we're all one, and to join me on the mat each day and be kinder to yourself, loving yourself, and doing your best, even if some of these asanas are seemingly very challenging or difficult, or maybe you feel like you want more. I offer that you slow down and observe how you're really feeling, and are you breathing fully. Yoga for recovery. From my light to your light, I'm the other you. Namaste. 20 minutes. See you in the next episodes. Feel free to email me. Have conversations with me.